Welcome back to the Art of Hobbiness. I'm Erin, joined by my lovely co-host Tam.
Hi.
And today one thing we were thinking about how awesome it is that it is just so nice outside right now.
So nice.
And it's got us thinking about spring, which is going to be here soon.
I know,
short
on
sleeves.
My sleeves. Sleeveless shirt today.
It's amazing. And it got us thinking about spring coming, and I don't know about you, but I feel like this new sense of energy coming out of winter time, right?
Oh, especially today, with today being like the hottest day that we've had in what? Months.
It's amazing. It is
76 degrees outside.
Yeah, it's so nice. My kids were like, it feels like Florida. I'm like, yes, kind of close.
No, you're right. In this season 2 of The Art of Hobbiness, we have kind of moved away from the whole laying the groundwork of how to have the basics of hobbies, right? And I feel like now we've kind of started embracing the seasonal changes of it. That's true.
Yeah.
And I find myself getting really excited for spring in a couple of different ways. Don't get me wrong, I live for cozy season. That is my fave.
Yeah.
I feel like
you're a homebody.
I'm a homebody. Nobody wants to talk to me. Great. I'm going to sit on my couch and be warm and cozy. That's me, which I feel like, you know me, so you know that that's true, right? Yeah. You believe that?
Oh, I believe it. It is shocking. I only know that because I'm an insider, but I feel like anybody who would know you otherwise would be shocked to know that. They would think that you're an extreme extrovert.
Yes, it's exhausting to put it out there all the time.
Yeah.
But anyway, so love my cozy season, but I do find myself looking forward to spring, and I find myself not only just being excited for the warmer weather, but the shift in the hobby transition.
Definitely,
because I feel like there's some hobbies that I just kind of keep, I've recently learned to kind of keep into the winter realm, and now I'm getting excited for this. So some of the things I personally I'm getting excited about trying and transitioning to is. I recently tried to do bird watching. So I've really been embracing that, trying to take care of all my little birdies over the winter and making sure they've got plenty of seed, making sure to pull in my hummingbird feeders so that I don't become a part of the problem of them not, traveling during the winter. And recently learning about, befriending crows. I have a new hobby to look forward to. I'm so excited to get a crow bro.
And if you don't know what that is, check out our other episode about 12 hobbies to try this year.
I'm so excited. And being outside, I really enjoy just getting a little bit of sun in the morning.
Definitely.
I'm not one to really just lay in the sun too much, but I do enjoy kind of just feeling that morning sun. The morning sun's always my favorite sun.
Oh, I agree. There's something about that warm weather and early in the morning. It just feels so good. Yeah, I agree. I think there's just something about, I think spring is just a time you finally open your windows and your doors and you get outside, let the fresh air in. It's a time to declutter potentially and just start feeling that energy come back to your body. And I know for me, I love to exercise, get outside. So I'm definitely looking forward to doing more walking, trying to learn how to run, which is...
God, who likes to run?
I don't know.
Oh, God.
But I'm doing it. I'm trying. But yeah, I think in going for hikes, just, we're talking about doing more traveling. Adam loves to camp or go on float trips, things like that.
Yes.
So I'm starting to think about things like that. Definitely love just this time of year.
Is spring your season? Do you feel like
I think summer. I think summer, but it's just feeling this energy coming back from coming out of the winter lull. And so it's a transitional period. But I mean, summer truly is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard. There's so many different things.
I know.
I don't know.
I know what you mean. Well, it's just embracing seasons. Each one of them has their own little excitement, right?
They do.
But you're right. I feel like spring is a time where you just kind of winter kind of feels. Well, especially this past winter for me, just felt very, very heavy.
Yeah.
And I feel like having a nice day like this and feeling some of that sun, there's a little bit of healing from that and a little bit of just an exhale, you know? And like you said, getting to open up the doors and the windows a little bit really does kind of help feel I was telling my husband this past week, I feel like there's been a lot of negative energy around me, and I was like, I need to find one of my friends who knows how to sage. I need somebody.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, you should get some sage. Start getting into that.
Yes.
There you go.
So, it just felt nice to open the doors because I felt and the windows because I felt that kind of helped to kind of push some of that out. And so, today, we kind of, just wanted to push out the message for this episode of just, embracing, spring as almost kind of, a reset from the winter and kind of, like you said, you hinted at, decluttering. And it's not necessarily, getting rid of everything, but just maybe just reinventing a space to kind of help you reinvent yourself. It's just such a time for opportunity. You know,
it is. I think it's a really great time you can start thinking about experimenting, planting a seed for a new hobby.
Yes, Erin, please bring all the symbolism. What kind of seeds are we planting, Erin? Seeds of love?
No,
seeds
of hobbies.
Well,
seeds of
okay.
hobbies,
That
actually. So, it's just a great time to start something new and not feel a lot of pressure. You have this new sense of energy, and if there's something you've been thinking about doing, it's a great time to just start dabbling in that, right? Mm-hmm. We talk a lot about not going all in from the beginning on a hobby, and taking the time to just dabble is a really great way to figure out what you like to do. And spring is a great time to do that.
Well, yeah. And, we also push the themes of don't feel like you can't quit something when you start it, right? And I feel like spring is a really good time to really visually see that outside, right? Because there's just constant things here, let me do some symbolism. There's constantly things just blooming and going and then dying, right? It's just change and color. And it's what a great time to try something new, explore something new, and then just using even the energy from the outside world of coming out of a winter and changing into this vibe, right?
Yeah.
Embracing that.
One thing me and Malcolm, my littlest guy, love to do in the spring, it's really sweet. He will go on for walks and just a little hobby idea, and go and pick just random wildflowers or flowers, and make a little wildflower bouquet.
Aww,
it's really fun.
That's really sweet.
And it
actually,
it is really sweet. And
your
you can
boys are just the sweetest.
Oh, thank you. But it's just something you can do. It's just an idea I was thinking of, a little flower arranging.
Really sweet.
It's something our kids really like. They do it at their school too. They have a little bouquet of flowers and little bitty vases, and then they can make their own little flower arrangements.
That's really clever.
Yeah.
Gosh, that would be a really fun hobby. Don't we have a friend, Brittany? She's really into. She has her own garden.
She does.
She
has a whole greenhouse now that she makes beautiful flower arrangements.
I wonder if I could connect with her this spring and kind of see if maybe she could kind of teach me a little bit in flower arranging.
Absolutely.
I feel like I'm somebody who really wants to have a green thumb, but the only thing that really lives around me are aloes.
Another one is planting herbs, right? That's a really easy thing to do, and you can put them on your windowsill or put them right outside your door. They're very easy to manage and take care of,
idea.
and you can bring them in for cooking. That's another thing that keeps on giving, to multiple hobbies.
Love a hobby that keeps on giving.
Yes.
But so spring is just a great time to just really embrace shifts. But it's not even just spring, right? All the seasons are great times to embrace shifts. But I think it's also important to realize that hobbies can be around for just a season and then can move on to another season, and you can put that away. But you still get to claim that as a hobby.
That's
just
right.
because you put it on the shelf for a season doesn't mean that that's no longer something that you are partaking in or calling yourself a hobbyist of.
So I agree. So I think taking this time to, be curious and grow and find some experiment with new things you want to try.
Absolutely.
Yep. So, thank you for joining us on the Art of Hobbiness.
Enjoy your spring, everyone.
That's right.
It's blooming.
We'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to The Art of Hobbiness. Be sure to leave a review and rating. And for a little extra Erin and Tam fun, be sure to follow us on Instagram and Pinterest for behind-the-scenes footage of our journey to find hobbiness.